Welcome back to another episode of my Tulane Green Wave Dynasty here on College Football 25 as we are nearing the end of this Tulane Dynasty. And of course, we're at the point actually where any single episode could be the last one. I am hoping if we were to lose, I might try to figure out a way to maybe get through season 6. Maybe it's with some simulating or something. But my plan is this is definitely the final season where we're going to be playing full-blown games and stuff in. So really and truly, for all intents and purposes, this is the last season of the Tulane Dynasty. We're in the playoffs. We are going to be in the Sugar Bowl here taking on the Georgia Bulldogs, number 17 in the country. They were 11-3 and 7-1 in the conference. Let's take a look at how Georgia got here. Now, we avoided, because of our ranking, the first round of the college football playoff games. This is a Georgia team that we had a very brief stint as the number one team in the country. Georgia went and did manhandle Florida. And they ended up jumping us. Now, they lost to Georgia Tech and then lost to Florida, and ended up being ranked below us, which is why we're technically the home team in this matchup. But they have been really good. They have the Heisman winner at quarterback in Ryan Puglisi. They got one of the top cornerbacks in the country in DeMello Jones. I mean, they played really well throughout the entire season. Beat Florida State by double digits, crushed a very good 9-4 Tennessee team that is somehow not ranked. Beat Texas by 32 on the road. Texas was not good this year, for what it's worth. Did lose at Alabama, because that's what my Georgia Bulldogs do, is lose to Alabama. But yeah, came back with a really nice, impressive streak of games before losing to what was a very good Georgia Tech team at home. Then lost to Florida in the SEC Championship game, allowed Florida to then move up and get the first round bye. Then it's Vanderbilt, who they manhandled after Puglisi got named as the Heisman winner. He came into this game and threw 4 more touchdowns. I mean, he is insane. They got a couple of good running backs as well. We'll take a look at all that, though. Alex Freeland's been their top wide receiver. Obviously, just see by his overall, the top right, he's insane. Just led the country in touchdowns. But yeah, Puglisi is their starter, and I just went and looked at the roster before hopping into recording. It was actually his first year as a starter here in the series. He was that good as a first-year starter. Absolutely insane. So we'll take a look here. Ryan Puglisi, 92 overall, starting quarterback. Obviously, former 4-star, never started for us in my Georgia series this year. 67 touchdowns against 2 interceptions while completing 71% of his passes. Again, they do have a great running back here, Marshall Reyna. He's a power back. I haven't played many of them recently, but they have given me fits in the past in this game. Almost 6 yards a carry. They don't run the ball a lot, though. Of course, they throw it a ton. And it's not just Freeland. They have Godlewski here, who is also extremely highly rated. A ton of speed. Nitro Tuggle developed into a 99 speed wide receiver for them. He did not do that for me. Sokovie White developed really well. They got Brody Nicholas. So this is an elite, super fast wide receiver group. They're obviously extremely talented. You see by the team overall at the top. This is just the offense. Really nice athletic group of tight ends. The offensive line is really good. Defensive line is really, really good for sure. Linebackers, fast, and guess what? They are really, really good. DeMello Jones, Austin Walters. Yeah, this is it. You know, we have gotten this Tulane program to me at a standpoint where I think we're as good as pretty much any team in the country. And without looking directly at every single roster, I would probably say outside of them, I don't know that there would be like a sure enough, like well above us. Like Texas has not been good. So their roster is a little bit lower. Penn State, this is very comparable to that Penn State roster that we faced last year that manhandled us in the playoffs. That's what definitely worries me about this being the end of the series, even though Ohio State is not quite at that level. Michigan's really good there too. But yeah, we are getting a chance to take on the Georgia Bulldogs here. Do we have any way to upgrade the coach that would actually make sense and increase our odds of winning this thing? We do not. Maybe anything at all in Scheme Guru? Can I upgrade this? Actually, okay, now we got the extra bonus there of Scheme Guru. What do we have here? Can maybe buy this. Definitely need to look at that. Ooh, I actually like that upgrade there. That's all we can do. Okay, so we're heading into this matchup. Made some coach upgrades to try to help us as we get ready for this matchup. It's the final 8 in the final season, and we overcome this juggernaut that is this Georgia Bulldogs team that has somehow lost 2 of their last 3 games. Let's see if we can come out on top and get a victory. Just kind of briefly looking over the roster. So I think the big thing that I was worried about heading into this season was how well our secondary would play against really good wide receiver groups. Now I think we've seen a couple of decent wide receiver rooms, but this one definitely stands out above it. We've been able to run the football all year, and we run it against this Georgia team. Can we get to the quarterback? We've done a really nice job with Angelo Ishmael and Robert Lucien, guys that won all kind of awards. Can they maybe step up and get things done in this game? Or can Rob Puglisi in his record-setting, all-time greatest passing season of all time just take us down? If I do kind of end up saying a Georgia player's name because of the number after I've played a series with them, just forgive me and let it roll off. We are underway here, though. We will be receiving the ball first. Tulane. Doucette. It's a solid return there before he gets knocked down out to the 22. That is where Celessi Chin in this offense will start. 2 elite offenses. We're a little bit more balanced than they are, so I think that is a positive for us. 3 wide receiver. Celessi Chin was near perfect in the conference championship game against Oklahoma State, where we routed them. We're going to try to get things off with a dump off. Campanaro gets a good block, and Browning takes the first pass of the day, 6 yards. You see Celessi Chin, 413 yards on just 20 completions against Oklahoma State. Their secondary is not near as talented as the one we're getting ready to play today. Browning picked that up. KJ Bolden there, looks like on the tackle. Is KJ. 3rd and inches. And it's going to be the 3rd straight play where Browning is taking the ball. He's going to get a first down. Browning a little slow to get up. He has been continuously getting better his entire career. 3 wide receivers. We got Richard back there. He is going to take it. So far, so good for this Tulane rushing attack. 12 on that one. 3 wide receivers. Georgia playing everything pretty close to the line here. Chin's going to take it. Going to try to get this out to Campanaro. He does catch it. Campanaro's got room to go. Driving through DeMello, and KJ Bolden gets up to the 30. The Tulane team, I feel like has done a really nice job this whole year of staying on track, getting into rhythm early in games. Campanaro there. The nice big play to start things off after he had a huge breakthrough game last week. And so far, so good here for Tulane. Running it, throwing it, It's going to be another run. Browning showing good patience. Gain of 8 there. He is touching the ball a ton here in this early series. Browning now goes in motion. Chin takes the snap. Gets this over to Campanero. Does catch it and gets the first down. Brought down immediately. Sticking with his 3 wide receiver look. Pepper's now on the outside. Going to be a handoff to Browning, trying to sneak through there. It's up to the 3. About under center. 2 tight ends. Chin going to take the snap. He's going to just roll out. He is going to sneak in Tulane with essentially a perfect start to this one. Celeste Chin throwing up the Heisman pose. Heisman's on the other side, so a little bit of showboating going on here for Celeste Chin. Helmke's kick is up. It is good. A 7-0 lead here for Tulane. 10 plays, 77 yards. Every single play was a success. But now is where the real fun begins. Young Tulane secondary. Really young. A lot of first-year starters. Of course, you're at the end of that first year for them. But pretty much every cornerback is a first-year starter. Going up against the Heisman winner who has turned the ball over twice this entire year. With a power back beside him and Reyna. 3 wide receivers here to start things off. It's going to be a play action. That one thrown in a bad spot, and Elijah Kilgo, the guy, the first massive recruit in this series, came in as a day 1 starter, and the senior gets an interception here. Just the 3rd pick Puglisi has thrown this whole year, and Tulane now has a chance to take a 2-score lead as long as the offense doesn't mess this up. What a start for Tulane. Carry for Browning, it's 3. This time they go empty. Chin takes the snap. Tries to throw that one, and that one is going to get picked off by KJ Bolden. Celeste Chin has been so good. Not really like any other options. Thought that he had gotten Trey Bueno there on the other side of KJ Bolden. Nothing else is open. Oh, Campanero had just broken free. If you hold the ball a half second longer, that is a score over the top. But yeah, Bueno just could never get to a spot there on the other side of KJ Bolden. Both these quarterbacks, both of them great, have been fantastic all year. Each throwing interceptions here in the first quarter. Tulane had a chance to build on that first drive momentum, and instead turned the ball over right back. Reyna there with a gain of 9. I would certainly not expect a bunch of turnovers from Puglisi with how well he has played. Tuggle there in the slot. Down the other guy. Jacoby White gets up to the 45. White's got a lot of speed in this wide receiver room. Now they're under center. Out in the flats. Okay, takes him out of bounds. 2nd and 6. Basically the same setup, just to the opposite side here. Wide receiver goes in motion. He's going to take it, and he cuts inside a free. It's going to be a first down for the Dogs. Godlewski. Now go back into the shotgun here. Here's another pass underneath. Gain of 5. That's Alex Freeland. For over 20 touchdowns this year. There's another wide open player. Nitro Tuggle takes it inside the 5, down to the 3. Almost scores. A lot of quick hitting stuff here early on for Georgia. It's going to be a run. Elijah Kilgo able to knock down Rayner there in the backfield. 2nd and goal. Going to be a pass. Puglisi this time is going to get hit. They sent pressure. Kilgo making another nice play there. Set him up for a 3rd and goal. Georgia's got down to the 3, has not run it, been all passes here. It's going to be another one. Or excuse me, they did run it. Puglisi ends up throwing it away, so Tulane bends but don't break. Force a field goal attempt here. Puglisi did not want to risk a pass there. Thought he might scramble up for a score. Kick is up and the kick is good. We've already seen some of the scores over there at the bottom. Notre Dame with a victory over Rice. I believe Michigan got the win over Florida too. Boggs is going to take this kick. He's got some room to go. Great tackle by KJ. All right, you're back out on offense. No reason to panic. Really moved the ball well that first drive. Play action. Campanaro underneath. Takes the big hit. And a 6. Handoff to Browning, cuts it back up. Another good run. This offensive line off to a good start. We're at the end of the first quarter already. Tulane up 7-3 here. Over a Georgia Bulldog team, I would have to say, comes into this as the favorite. Tulane hasn't lost yet this year, and has largely been really good. But from a pure talent perspective, the Heisman winner there at quarterback, there's a lot pointing in the favor of Georgia here. Peppers comes across. It's been a little slow for him recently. Chin takes it, dumps it out to Campanaro. Peppers with a good block. Campanaro being used early and often here as well. A lot of speed in this Georgia secondary, not wanting to try a bunch of deep shots. Obviously, if it opens up, Buenos is the best offensive player to me in college football. Puglisi was the best player this year, but Bueno has been insane the past couple of seasons. First down there, Chin takes it. I'm going to try to dump this out again, and Browning gets another good block. It's going to duck out of bounds there, a gain of 6. Again, so far, so good. Chin takes the snap. Underneath to Muhammad, cannot break the tackle, but does take the catch, and he gets the first down. It's a handoff. Browning, big run there. Spins around, finally brought down by Chris Jones, but it is another first down. Already 11 touches for him. Make it number 12. Another big run. Browning explodes into the red zone. Georgia right now has no answer for this rushing attack. Chin takes it. He's going to dump that down. Bueno to make sure he makes the catch. Gain of 6. Under center. Chin's going to try to scramble out again, gets knocked down, but does end up gaining some yards now. It's a 3rd and 1. Tulane trying to make this a 2-possession game. Chin takes it. Going to try to dump this to Myrtle, who does make the catch down at the 1. Almost put that in a dangerous spot. Gets brought down. Now Cordell Finnerty is out there. It's a toss to the outside, and Finnerty, it's open. He's going to get into the end zone, but there's a flag on the play. As Heidenreich is going to get called for a hold to back up Tulane here. Oregon got their victory. As well down there at the bottom, Michigan routing Florida. Chin takes the snap. Or try to scramble out, instead just tries to dump this. Holly should have just taken that. Chris Jones and company all over that. Chin takes it. It's underneath. Yeah, just nothing right now for Bueno and company. 3rd and goal from the 8. They go empty. Chin takes it. Bullet down. Got him in the middle of the field. Peppers couldn't do anything with it. People all over him. All right. Both defenses a little bending but not breaking. Helmke's kick is up. It is good. 14-play drive there for Tulane. Unfortunately, did not cap it off with a touchdown, but it is a 10-3 lead, and they ate up a ton of the clock there. I'm sure this is an extremely quick strike Georgia offense, though. Georgia now out for their 3rd possession. Tulane has scored on 2 of their first 3. And Georgia matched that and get to the end zone here. It's going to be a read option for Lizzie. Maxwell Jordan with a nice open field tackle. Browning already was 76 yards on the ground. Think back to how bad this rushing game was 2 years ago. Should get another run here. It is Reyna. Runs over Jolly. As they're getting brought down, it's going to be a 3rd and 4. Is he not really a runner? I don't think you have to do any quarterback spies. I think you try to let those guys just get after him. It'll be a shot up the field, knocked away. Jeremiah Jolly gets run over on the previous play, but knocks that one down on 3rd down for Blizzy. If he goes over the top, that might be a touchdown. But instead, doesn't get enough air under it. Blizzy playing like a guy in his first playoff game, even though it's technically his 2nd. So far, the lights seem a little bright for him. I think might be time to see if they can create a downfield shot here. A.J. Bolden in the slot here on Peppers. Going to try to chase him across the field. Chin takes the snap. It works out. Does get that to Bueno. I thought the guy was actually going to undercut that. Instead, it's a first big catch for him today. Now they got DeMello over on Bueno on this play. Chin takes the snap. Dump that quickly to Browning. KJ Bolden all over him. We're already at the 2-minute warning. Second and 9. Chin takes it. Tries to float that one. Knocked away. There's a flag on the play regardless. Going to be Heidenreich again on a hold. Heidenreich again on a hold. I don't know if they decline that or not, though. They are going to accept it. Okay. So that does give Tulane. It's another shot with it. Chin takes the snap. Tries to just float one over to Campanaro, but gets hit on 3rd and 19. I think they're going to press the issue here. It's just a handoff to Browning to get it close to midfield. Obviously not converting a 3rd and 19, though. Georgia calls their first timeout. Haver punts away the first punt of the game. No, I'm wrong. Georgia just punted. Sorry. First punt for Tulane. Got that double stack look that was so famous for Tulane early in this series. An explosive play there to Jacoby White. Gets a first down. How much does Georgia man-to-man in this, or excuse me, Tulane man-to-man in this game? Oh, it's wide open between Amerson and Jolly. Briscoe finally over there. Double stack look again. It's a shot over the top, and Godlewski's able to bring it in. Georgia's inside the 5. Tulane's going to call a timeout here. This is going to be a handoff. Reyna trying to bounce around, but gets into the end zone. Georgia gets the big explosive play to Godlewski. Reyna punches it in. 10-10 score here. Big strikes. Georgia starts the second half with the ball. We have seen Tulane score with Trey Bueno on some of these late in the first half moments. And they do it again here. Jen takes the snap. We'll throw this up, see if Peppers can go make a play, but it goes out of bounds. DeMello all over him there. Jen takes it. Dump off this screen. Browning trying to spin away. Almost gets a first down. Tulane's actually going to call a timeout here. This is having faith, I think, in this offense, making something happen. Jen takes the snap. Browning again makes the catch. It's a first down. On the hurry up. Jen will try to float this one, essentially just throwing the ball away there. 42 seconds left. Still got a timeout to play with. Takes it. It's going to try to roll out. Instead, it's going to try to dump this one off to Campanaro. Almost intercepted, and Campanaro almost catches it. Wow. Try to get out of Campanaro. He can't make the catch. I thought the cornerback was biting on that. I thought he was going to come crashing more inside. He went out there. I don't know. He never really did. Okay. I misread that. I thought he was more running with Peppers there. Would have created a void. We were able to hit that a couple of times against Oklahoma State. It falls incomplete. Now Georgia's going to get another chance here. Nitro Toggle, a good return. Georgia got 2 timeouts and 25 seconds left here. Lizzie takes the snap. He's going to throw that underneath. Godlewski runs over Bickley. Georgia takes their second timeout here. Tulane survived this half. Underneath, knocked away. Great play by Briscoe. Man, he has been good for us. Really deserved that Defensive Back of the Year award. Double stack look. Underneath, wide open there for Sokovie. Georgia takes the timeout. They're going to send the field goal unit out there. They get after it. Can hop for somebody to come off the side. Cannot. The kick is up, dead down the middle. Georgia takes the lead. Tulane missing opportunities here. How can you somehow maybe find a kick return? You set. Decent return off. It's usually a spot to try to create a little confusion. Maybe see if you can get Peppers free. Jen takes it. Want to try to toss it up there, and they want to get picked off, actually. So the second interception of the first half for Celeste Chen. That one, of course, doesn't really hurt. What does hurt is getting that touchdown, getting an interception that first play off of Ryan Puglisi, and then immediately turn the ball over right back to Georgia. Tulane is struggling to create big plays in the passing game. Running game has been really good. Now, can you find a way? Defense played okay, played fine in the first half for sure. You know, if these things keep up and Georgia scores 26, I expect us to get a victory. I would expect us most games to get the victory here. Georgia's under center. Can they stop this rushing attack? Make them one-dimensional instead. They are going to throw it underneath. Ain't a 7. It's going to be a handoff, and it's a big run. Reyna goes out of bounds, or he might still be running. Pass. He's going to take a sack this time. It pays off. Fuller, Briscoe combined. Not because he's back. That's a loss of 6. Three wide receivers for Georgia. It's going to be a run, and it's a nice one. Big time carry there. 11 on that one. He's going to set up a 3rd and 5. They take it. They're actually going to hand it off, but a great open field tackle from Free. Tulane gets the defensive stop they needed here to start the second half. Celestia Chin, 2 first half interceptions. Last one doesn't really count, but it does count, of course, on the stat sheet. So far, Tulane has really run the football well. It's a handoff to Browning. It's a gain of 9. Georgia has not shown that they can stop that at all. Peppers comes across. Peppers has got room to go, and he's got speed to leave. Gets across midfield. Almost up to Georgia's 35. Finally get a real explosive play out of it. It comes off of a little jet pass to Peppers. Nicholas now in for Peppers. It's going to be a carry to Browning. Trying to bounce around. Look at Browning, explosive run. Already over the century mark. The junior. Waiting for this moment. Lane takes it, trying to set up a screen. Thankfully, that one did not get intercepted. Georgia did a really nice job there. Getting to Chin. Gonna take the snap. Campanero's open. Doesn't really get up the field, though. Still a gain of 5. Does make it a 3rd and manageable. Where is Trey Bueno? Chin takes it. We're trying to get this to Bueno, and he does. Bueno gets inside the 10, inside the 5. It's knocked out at the 4. Cordell Finnerty in for Tulane. He's going to get it. Stop right at the line of scrimmage. Chin with an audible. Hands it off to Browning, trying to sneak in. He's down at the 1. Trying to spread Georgia out. They're going to go with another run play here. Browning gets into the end zone, and Tulane retakes the lead after their defensive stop. Battle here. About a little over halfway through the third quarter, excuse me. Tulane, after Helmke's extra point is up and it's good. It's a 17-13 lead, a 9-play drive. Peppers on the touch pass. Got an outstanding block from Muhammad. Really sprung that on the outside. Nigel Tuggle, good return there. Just outrunning Eldrinkamp to the spot. So far, Tulane has dominated the time of possession in this game. a handoff. Reina able to get by free. It's a big run for him. Free doing a little too much strafing there. Just got beat to the spot. Really spreading it out here. Now they bring it. Got a stack look on the left side. Tough formation to try to cover. It'll be another run. This time Free with an excellent tackle. Just a gain of 1 there. Going to be a play action. Wide open, knocked down. Sorry about that. Got a work phone call. All right, so 3rd and 9 here. Able to knock that ball away, but Lizzie put a good pass out there. Lizzie trying to scramble around, but Angelo Ishmael gets to him and sacks him. This Tulane defense starting to get after Puglisi now. 17-13 lead. Doucette can't do anything with it. Really nice open field tackle. All right. 3 wide receivers and the tight end. Tulane right back to the run. County with a gain of 6. Man, this offensive line is playing well. Chin takes it. He's going to give his guy a chance. He just throws it way out of bounds. 3rd and 4. Chin takes the snap. Just going to work this to Peppers. He's going to make sure to get the first down. May have had something over the top there to Bueno. Didn't want to risk it. You can tell how different this game is. 20 completions against Oklahoma State, over 400 yards. 20 completions this game, less than 200. It's another carry to Brown, and Chris Jones makes a really nice play, but it's still a gain of 3. Go empty. The run game's been so good. Chin takes the snap. Bullets out over to Peppers, makes the catch through the hit. Wow. Now going to head into the 4th quarter. Tulane holding a lead. Can they pull this off? being able to run the football has been crucial for them. Fourth quarters where running the football can really start paying its dividends off. 1st and 10. Carry to Browning. Explosive run, a gain of 8. They just don't have much of an answer for this run game. They just don't. For whatever reason. Jen takes the snap. He's going to take a sack. Ajinaka gets back there to him. It'll be a 3rd and 9. Tulane has been trying to hit some of these, trying to create some deep shots, just have not been able to. Chin takes the snap. We're trying to throw a bullet. That was going to get intercepted. Chris Jones, the 3rd pick Celeste Chin has thrown this game. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. I actually meant to go A. That was a little bit more open there. That's probably a completion. Probably not a 1st down, but you don't turn the ball over. Okay. 1st and 10 for Georgia. Celeste Chin with 3 interceptions. That one picked off by Caleb Amerson, going back the other way. Number 10 down the sideline. Can he outrun Godlewski? Inside into the end zone. Amerson, pick 6. Ryan Puglisi has thrown 2 interceptions this whole year. He's thrown 2 in this game. The defense saving Celeste Chin's hide right now. What a play there from Caleb Amerson. Elmke's kick is up. It's good. It's a 24-13 lead. 9.5 minutes left. Puglisi has thrown 67 touchdowns this year. Freeland has caught over 20. Got playmakers everywhere. But Georgia is running out of time here in this season. 3 wide receivers. It's going to be a read option. Puglisi gets a little bit. Maxwell Jordan again on the tackle. Gain of 3. As he takes it, it's going to be a play action. Nowhere for him to go. That one almost picked off by Free. Tried to float that one to Sokovie. Free makes a great play. It's now a 3rd and 7. Tulane to get a stop here. Throws it away. Tulane gets the stop thanks to the pressure and the coverage behind it. Burnett there all over Puglisi. Doucette call for the fair catch.
Okay, ready?
3 wide receiver look. It's another handoff to Browning. It's another strong run. Browning fumbles. He's going to turn it over. Chris Cole. I think I've been calling him Chris Jones. Chris Cole picks up the fumble. That is Chris Jones. Browning been so good today. Took a big shot. Okay. See what we got. Quick RPO. Amerson almost makes a great tackle out here. Able to at least turn Godlewski into the rest of the defense. 2nd and 5. It's a pass. Where are they going? Trying to scramble. Puglisi's going to throw it away again. Really good coverage. Once again for Georgia, it's been a very bad day for Puglisi, who's even thrown a pick 6. Tulane has turned the ball over 4 times against this Georgia team. They are up by 11. Stack look. Trying to come down. Puglisi has to throw it away again. Great coverage. Send out Greenidge here for this field goal attempt. This is a big one. 53.5 yards roughly. The kick is up, and the kick is good. Sneaks it through. Makes it an 8-point game, 24-16. Tulane to turn it over 4 times if you just avoid the turnovers. You have to like where you stand. One deep safety. Chin takes the snap. He might have a throw there to Bueno and lays it in there, but it's knocked away. Great coverage down the field. Celeste Chin drops a gorgeous football there. Bueno gets it knocked away, though. It's a handoff to Browning. It's a good carry. He tries to take it all the way to the outside, and he's going to get the first down. 140 yards for him. With the score. Know this team, this coaching staff, believes in Browning. So it's another carry to him. Gain of 3. It's a handoff. Browning gets the first down. Over 150 yards. It's going to be close to a career best for him. Just not wanting to make mistakes. Still trying to create that big play over the top. Chin takes the snap. But work this. Campanaro knocked away. So just going with the run. Georgia is just not letting those deep shots happen. They're just not. Even showing press, are doing a really nice job of bouncing back in coverage. Ain't a 2 there. It's going to be a 3rd and 8. Three wide receivers. Chin takes it, try to set up a screen. He's going to get hit before he can even dump it off. They're forced to punt. Tulane up 8. 5 minutes and 11 seconds left. Paver gets off of. Nice punt, may have outkicked his coverage though. Strong open field tackling. 3 wide receivers. Tight end in motion, should be a run. It is a play action. Throw over the middle. Godlewski with a big play. Freeland has done very little. Godlewski has been a menace. Big carry, finally gets knocked down, but it's a first down. Freeland now is going to come in motion. It's going to be a handoff to Raynaud, though. Burnett and Bickley. Bickley doing a nice job there, sticking his head in there. 2nd and 9. 3 wide receivers. Freeland in motion again. This time it's another handoff to Raynaud. Good open field tackle from Bickley. Let's go. Fuller there to help him out. 3rd and 5. Just get off the field. And another stop. This is a big drive for Georgia. Less than 3 minutes left. Raynaud's off the field now. There's going to be a pass. Trying to scramble around. He's going to take a big sack. Lucien and Cantu combine. Another massive sack. Green is just sent back out. Getting close to the 2-minute warning. Another 50-plus yard field goal. Comes off the edge. The kick is up. The kick is good. 24-19 now. Georgia just the 1 touchdown, kicked 4 field goals otherwise. Boggs back on the return, gets brought down pretty easily there. Hand off to Browning. Gain of 3. We're at the 2-minute warning. Got to find a way. You got to get a couple of first downs. You don't have a choice. Got to find a way here. Georgia's going to start using these timeouts. It's a handoff to Finnerty. Sneaks through enough to make it a 3rd and 4. Huge play. Peppers in motion. It's a jet pass to him. Can he get enough blocking? He's going to get around the edge. He's going to get a first down. Does he stay in bounds? They're going to say he got knocked out. He did. Georgia saves the timeout, but it's a first down. Big tackle in the backfield. Georgia has to use their 2nd timeout, though. Browning super banged up. Oh, they're testing Tulane. See if they want to go over the top. They are going to hand this off to Finnerty. Gain of 3, and Georgia uses their last timeout. And 8. Take the snap. They try to set up the screen to Richard, who's got room to go. He's going to get the first down, and Tulane is going to take down the Dogs and get a massive victory here. They go with the screen on 3rd down. Georgia sent the pressure. Ooh, okay. I don't know why it's selected something. I didn't pick anything. They'll run it. Richard again. I was in the screen to try to do a kneel down. I don't know. One more knee. And Tulane 24-19. Despite 4 turnovers on offense, they do get 2 turnovers themselves from Ryan Puglisi, including Caleb Amerson taking an interception back to the house for a touchdown. Eric Browning, 161 yards rushing. Was really good in the receiving game, did have the fumble, but they really leaned for the first time in years. Tulane led with the run game, stuck to it, and made it pay off in the long run. I think Caleb Amerson has to be our thumbnail player of the game. I think he has to be. Just huge. The biggest play in this series was that pick 6. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. He has been a thumbnail player for us this year. 24-19. The screen pass, pulls it off, easily outgained Georgia, easily had the ball more than them, easily outran them. Turnovers were almost a killer for us. 3 interceptions, one of those I don't really care at all because it was the last play of the half. So essentially you were interception for interception, then you add on the fumble loss at the end, but we killed them in time of possession. 61% on 3rd downs. We held the Heisman winner. Arguably, I don't think it's arguable. I think the greatest passing season in the history of college football. Ryan Puglisi, we held Georgia's offense to 1 for 8 on 3rd downs. Got the pick 6. That is your difference. 3rd down is your difference in this game. Plus the pick 6. Celeste Chin, 23 of 36, 204 yards. 3 interceptions. Again, one of those means nothing to me, but obviously not a great day at the office for him. He did get into the end zone rushing, though, putting us up early. Browning, great. Finnerty had some struggles Richard had a couple of massive plays in this game. Nothing in the receiving game stands all bueno, just 4 for 40. Did have a drop on a beautiful pass from Celeste Chim, 2 drops for Campanero, 543 for him. This was all about Browning. I mean, it really was. Almost 200 total yards in this game. He was the entire offense, essentially. Defensively, Jolly and Jordan, I thought, played really well. Cantu, Ishmael, Fuller, Lucian, Briscoe, all with tackles for loss. A really nice day for Briscoe. We were able to get after. Nobody in particular, but we were really able to get after Puglisi. A massive interception from Kilgo to get things started. Unfortunately, we did not capitalize on that. But the pick 6 from Caleb Amerson is really the monumental play of this game. Without any questions, there's no other way to describe it. We were able to overcome the turnovers on our side. I didn't play a particularly clean game throwing the football, just myself clicking the buttons. Got away with a throw that Celeste Chin really overthrew really bad. Thankfully, that did not turn into another interception. It would have set Georgia up in good field position. But Puglisi, 12 for 23, 196 yards, 2 interceptions. I almost have like the Michael B. Jordan Black Panther, like, this is your Heisman, you know, this is your king remark on that. Yeah, Puglisi waited all this time to be a starter. This one does not work out for him. They ran into a buzzsaw defensively. We've talked about it. You know, I thought this defense was by far the best one that we had put up and put together in this entire series. It really paid off today in a game where we could not throw the football effectively. We could run it, but we could not throw it at all. Reynaud, I thought, was really good for them. Godlewski was great. I mean, for as good as Freeland was in the regular season, did not do much here in this game. He was not a focal point. But nothing really stands out here. I mean, we dominated time and possession. Got the turnovers when we needed them. Chris Jones and KJ Bolden both were really, really strong in this game. They got in the backfield a little bit, just a 1 sack. They did get 3 interceptions, 2 of them being by KJ, the other one by Chris Jones. But they weren't able to capitalize on it. Chris Jones also had the forced fumble, while Chris Cole got the fumble recovery. It just wasn't Georgia's day. I think we outplayed them despite the turnovers. We clearly outplayed them despite the turnovers. I don't really know that on a play-by-play basis, the game was even nearly as close as what the score indicates. But thankfully, we were able to overcome our own inefficiencies and get the job done when we needed it. And of course, the Caleb Amerson pick 6, we're going to get both of our thumbnail pictures from that, because I do want to put Puglisi in there with him having won the Heisman and whatnot. So we'll just kind of zoom in and kind of get a little something from him. I'll use his backgrounds. It doesn't show the score or anything out there too. And then we kind of get something here for Amerson. Maybe a little something like that. Man, what a game. What a game. 24-19. That third down conversion at the end. Oh, Lord. We got really lucky on a screen earlier that did not turn into a pick 6 that very easily could have, as I was just trying to get the ball away. They had number 17 was out there. Could have definitely picked that ball off. But we do get our Sugar Bowl victory. 1 game away from a national championship appearance. We get the job done. Man, what a game. What a game. Not a lot of XP gained from that. Let's see who we're taking on. Caleb Amerson is your Big 12 Defensive Player of the Week with the pick 6. Love to see it. Eric Browning, of course, the Offensive Player of the Week in the conference. Not that it really matters at this stage. Taking on Notre Dame, who beat up on Rice 38-3. I did see that score at the bottom ticker. I know Michigan won. We'll take a look at everything, but Strategist unlocked. Something I'll never get to use. All right, let's take a look at the bracket. So it's Michigan versus Oregon. Oregon's won 2 national titles already in this series. They're trying to get a third. We get a chance to take on 11-3 Notre Dame in the next episode. Just out of curiosity, single season, because that 67 touchdown passes had to be the record in a single season, right? I forgot Jackson Arnold had that crazy season in year 1, 67. So he tied it. Puglisi did tie it. But him and Arnold are tied with that 67 touchdown mark. Crazy work. Take a look at our season stats now. Unfortunately, we've had 2 games where we've thrown 8 interceptions with Celeste Champion. Really good. Otherwise, I think it's 8, maybe 7. I think we threw either 4 or 5 interceptions in that first game. 35 touchdowns against 13 picks. Didn't really get to do a whole lot of greatness in that game. Browning just putting the team on his back in that game. Up to a 97 overall now with the boost. I mean, he is on a 4-game tear here in the back part of the season. Love to see that. We have really started to lean on that as the competition has begun to stiffen up a little bit. Trey Bueno, close to another 1,800 yards season, 20 touchdowns. Peppers had a couple of really big plays in that game. Campanaro was pretty solid, but again, it's really all about the defense and all about Browning. Free and Jordan now all over 100 tackles. Kilgo should get there in the next game. Briscoe, that's your clear top 4 with Jolly edging out Lucien there. Want to see somebody in particular, you can pause it. Tackles for loss, got Lucien over 30. Ishmael, nothing really crazy changed with a lot of this. Lucien's up to 17 sacks. Ishmael's now up to 12. Interceptions, Briscoe, Amerson, and Bickley all have 4, which is really great to see. But yeah, the next time I see you guys in the series, we'll be taking on Notre Dame. If you enjoy the content, like, subscribe. Check out my other work on the channel in my Seattle Mariners franchise, and MLB The Show 25, and my NBA 2K25 franchise. Thank you so much for tuning in. Until next time.